Okay, Faizan, how are you?
I am fine, sir. What about
Okay,
you?
okay, I'm also. So let's start with a brief introduction of yours. So please introduce yourself.
First of all, I would like to thank for this opportunity. My name is Faizan. I was completed my graduation in 2018 from RTMNU, Nagpur University. Currently, I am working with Softronix IT Solution since 2.5 years as a software tester. Basically, my company deals with the e-commerce domain. It deals with Magento e-commerce frame. My department was Magento. I was responsible for maintaining the end-to-end qualities of this Magento extension. I was involved in meeting with developer as an initial phase. Later, when build is stable, and when I get that build, I perform that on smoke testing, sanity testing in that. Once the bug is get encountered, then I had update that bug on Jira tool. When I get the modification uh, modification of that bug, then I perform retesting and regression testing on that. So this is all about my company schedule, and if the bug get fixed, then we get zip file for the deployment purpose. This is all about my
Okay,
profile.
great. Okay, great. So can you little bit explain about your current project on which you are working and what's your contribution on that project? What are your current roles and responsibilities? How do you
Actually,
contribute in your current project?
my current project is of warehouse management project. In this, our client is of means outside of India, so we are maintaining his logistic and all the equipments, that availability of the products and all.
Okay, Faizan, please listen carefully. I am asking about what's your contribution towards that project? What you contribute, like you write test cases, or what you contribute, how you contribute in that project.
Yeah, sir. While getting the requirement, I write on test cases on that. Then I execute that test cases, and further I make the process like reporting if I found any bug or reporting on Jira, and later I say that like retesting, regression testing, on and so on further.
Okay, Faizan, can you tell me the difference between sanity and regression?
Sir, basically sanity and regression. Sir, sanity is a subpart of regression only. So sanity testing is done when the build is stable, and sanity is mostly is a subset of like regression testing. Once we find a bug, and we get modification from the developer, then we again check that the bug is fixed or not. If the bug is fixed, we perform the regression testing on that, like the other functionality which get affected through that bug or not, that we check on this.
Okay, what do you think? What is the key difference between sanity and regression?
Sir, sanity and regression, the key difference is when it is sanity is done when the build is stable.
And what do you think regression is done when build is not stable?
No, regression is also done, is only done when the build is stable.
Okay, that's okay. So, Faizan, in your organization, have you come through such an situation where you have to test like hundreds of bugs in a day, and in the late evening you have a delivery scheduled, and you can't postpone the delivery, you have to deliver it in the today evening itself. Okay, there is no scope for rescheduling the delivery or extending the date of delivery, and you have hundreds of bug pending in your queue for retesting. So how do you manage that situation?
First of all, I will look like what is the major functionality or what is the important functionality. So first of all, I will work on that, and if Suppose if it is out of my means control, so I also inform to
So
my
please
team lead.
Faizan, let me clear. Like my question is that you have done with testing earlier, okay?
Okay.
So you have forwarded the build for the development team. Like testing is done from your end, first iteration is done from your end, okay? So developer have fixed those defects. You have scheduled a delivery today late night, okay? But suddenly you when you start working in the morning you find that there are hundreds of issues in your queue for ready for testing, ready for QA. Then you have to test all them before the evening, and you have to deliver the bill to the client today itself. You can't extend the delivery. So how would you manage that thing? How would you test all those bugs within this short span of time? How would you manage that situation? That's my question.
Sir, I will inform to my manager about this, and what and I request him to distribute this as a is in part. So what will be the critical or what will be the functionality? First, test we perform test on that, and if some bug or issue, I can manage on Excel or anything in Teams. So this way I can manage this.
Okay, so can you tell me what do you mean by smoke testing?
So smoke testing is a initial phase of testing. Here we check the high level functionality is working or not. For example, suppose there is a login page and there is a user ID and password field and login button. Suppose we are putting correct data in username and password, and while clicking on login, the page redirect to blank. So at this case, I reject that build. Means in this phase, I reject that build means build is not stable. So this is a smoke testing.
Okay, so can you share your screen?
Yes, sir. Yeah, is it visible?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so open make my trip in browser. Open make my trip.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, sir. Done.
I think page is still loading,
Still.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you can see that there is a trip planner, one way round trip, multi-city. So on this screen, can
Multi-city. This
yes
one,
yes
sir.
yes yes no anyone one way round trip whatever you want. Can you tell me a low priority and high severity issue? And you have to claim why you put that issue in a low priority and high severe.
Sir, high severity means suppose
No, I am not asking you the definition. Just give me a defect which you will consider in low priority and high severity. And tell me why you consider that bug in that priority and severity.
sir, round trip. Suppose the spelling mistake in this round trip or multi city. So I'm mark as high severity and low priority.
So, Faizan, are you sure this is a low priority bug? Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
That's fine, cool. And why you considered it as low priority? Can you tell me?
Low priority. Basically, sir, the business is not hampering. Means not affected much on this.
Why? If I am going to make my trip and I would see that round spelling is wrong, I will not book from make my trip. I will feel that this is not a genuine one, because in the home page I am seeing, in the main functionality in the booking flow, I am getting a spelling mistake. I will never book. Anybody? Will you book any round trip from such a website in which the spelling mistakes are there in the home page? Guys, can you tell me?
No, sir.
I think no one will book. Suppose you are logging to a social media website and there is the spelling mistake in the home page in the login flow. So there will be a, there definitely there will be a like kind of uncertainty, like whether it is authentic one or not. Okay, that's cool. So moving forward, so Faizan, do you, can you open your notepad?
Yes, sir.
So I am giving you a puzzle. Can you solve it?
Yes, sir. I will
Okay.
try. Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you little zoom the font? Control plus. Little zoom it. Control plus. Yes. So the question puzzle is that you have 15 rupees with you. You have
Five
15
zero.
rupees. 1 5 15.
Okay.
15 rupees RS, and you have to buy the chocolates. Okay. So
Okay.
price in the next line, right? The price of the chocolate is 1 rupees per chocolate. Right? 1 rupees per chocolate. Per chocolate. Okay. In the next line, the shopkeeper gave you an offer that if you will return him 3 wrappers, right? 3 wrappers. If you return 3 wrappers to shopkeeper, instead of 3 wrappers he will give you a chocolate equal to 1 new chocolate, 1 chocolate. Do you got my question?
Yes, sir.
That if you will return 3 wrappers to the shopkeeper, he will give you another chocolate. Okay, 1 free chocolate. So you can tell me how maximum chocolate you can eat. Faizan, you got my question?
Yes, sir. Give me 1 minute to think about it.
Yeah, you can take your time.
Means I have total 15 rupees, 1 rupees per chocolate,
You
and
can.
if I return 3 wrappers to that shopkeeper, so he will give additionally 1 chocolate to me.
Yes, this is an offer, additional offer. So you have to
Okay.
avail that offer, and you can tell me by using this offer the maximum number of chocolates you can eat.
Sir, so is there any condition like suppose 15 chocolate of 1 rupees then 15. So when I return that
No, there
chocolate
is no
means I
condition.
increasing my
No condition. You can return 3 wrappers or 15
and
wrappers.
he will give means in part or like I am retaining 15 wrappers, so he will give 5 chocolate like that, or
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had returned 3 wrapper, then he will give 1 chocolate, then
No,
3 then 1
you
chocolate.
can give, 3, 6, 15, whatever you want. The offer is that if you will minimum, you have to give minimum 3. Minimum you have to give 3. Then he will give you 1
Okay,
chocolate.
okay, okay.
Maximum whatever you want. Anybody else? Write in comment box. Only one student
So
has written in
22,
the comment box. Yes, Faizan.
21, 21.
21. Great. Okay. So I will suggest you after this, after this interview, you can again think of the correct answer. Okay, Faizan?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So open again google.com. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Faizan, if I will ask you that in your organization, which software development methodology do you follow?
Sir, Ajay.
Agile. So can
Yeah.
you tell me what is the difference between waterfall and agile?
Sir, basically the main difference is that in waterfall model, we can't change our requirement. The first thing, and in agile, it is the customer can change requirement at any phase. And in waterfall, we have to follow the all the stages. And suppose we find any bug in, suppose there will be a 5 to 6 stage, and suppose we find any bug on second stage, so we cannot go back and make or improve that bug. We have to first release the product, and then in next release we have to make sure that the bug get fixed in next release. So this is the main difference between waterfall and agile.
What is defect clustering?
So defect clustering is that the defect basically defect clustering is that the minor bug may not affect uh, main functionality, or the defect cannot get affect whole the functionality is called a defect clustering.
So, do you perform API testing in an organization?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, which tool do you use for API testing?
Sir, Postman.
Postman.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell me what do you mean by environment setup in
Sir,
Postman?
environment setup is basically it is done mostly done by the developer for testing purpose. Suppose the
How you
developer did,
set environment in your Postman?
yes, sir.
Yes. What do you check while doing API testing in Postman? How do you check? What do you check?
Uh, s- Sir, with the help of methods, what will be the status code and what will be the error, or the error is coming from the error will be coming from client side or server. This will check through the API, means Postman.
What is authorization in Postman?
Authorization is basically the user, means the roles and responsibilities, what the user can do in a particular thing. For example, suppose there will be a net banking site, and after the authentication, the user can pay the amount or transfer the amount. Also, the other roles and responsibilities come under the authorization.
And what type of authorization you use in your organization?
What type of, sorry,
Authorization. Do you know types of authorization?
no, sir. Means you are saying about that basic oath.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sir. Basic oath and bearer token.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, can you tell me what do you mean by 402 response code
Sir, page not found.
and 404
No, sorry, 404 is, sir, page not found.
and 402?
402. Sorry, sir. Not now.
503?
Sir, client side.
503 client side error.
No, sir. Server, sorry, server.
And
Server side error.
503 or 5 series.
Sorry, sir.
What do you mean of status code 503?
Maybe, sir, it is service unavailable.
Okay. So Faizan, how much you rate yourself in MySQL? Do you run MySQL queries in your organization, in your project?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So Faizan, tell me, if I will give you a real world project, so will you be able to give me few positive and negative scenario on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So suppose I am giving you a for an example, suppose you have a coffee machine. So can you tell me five positive and five negative test cases? The best one you can tell. The last question from my side. Faizan, I am audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can tell me.
Sir, give me 1 minute. I have to think on that. Sir, first, the positive scenario is that the machine is in working condition.
Okay.
Suppose it is running with electricity, so there will be a proper power supply. Also, when we mix sugar and that coffee content inappropriate, so it can be testable, means ready to test like that. And from that pipe, the cup get filled at appropriate quantity, means the flow of coffee from that pipe is appropriate. And the intake of quantity, like milk, sugar, and coffee powder is must be uh, in proper, like the storage of that coffee machine is proper. This is a positive scenario. And negative is that the coffee get mm, cooked at particular temperature, means not much heated while pouring on that cup. The coffee machine is particularly insulated from the outer, so it may don't harm to that operator. It may be uh, easily usable to the operator, any operator.
Okay, Faizan, I am done from my end. So, do you have any question for me?
No, sir.
Okay. You can stop your sharing. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, guys, you can unmute yourself. And tell me, guys, if you were in my place, so would you select such a candidate? Guys, tell me.
No, no, sir.
बोलो बोलो.
Sir,
No, no, sir.
एंड कैन यू टेल मी एक भी क्वेश्चन जो बच्चों मैंने आउटसाइड द सिलेबस पूछा?
No, sir. I,
फैजान, इफ यू वर इन माई प्लेस यू विल सेलेक्ट योर सेल्फ. फैजान,
Yes, sir.
you will select yourself.
No, sir. Maybe I had wrong and coffee machine that one.
पजल भी गलत थी आपकी. ठीक है.
That I don't know, sir. Yeah.
और प्रायोरिटी सिवर्टी भी गलत था बच्चे, है ना.
Yes, sir.
सैनिटी और रिग्रेशन में अंतर नहीं बता पाए, है ना.
Sir,
सो
but sanity तो
हाँ,
regression का
डिस्क
सब part है ना, सर,
डिस्क
उसका basic.
जब इंटरव्यूअर जो क्वेश्चन पूछता है बच्चों, इंटरव्यूअर पूछ रहा है की डिफरेंस, यू आर टेलिंग द सिमिलैरिटीज, सब पार्ट होता है, ठीक है ना. और सिनेरियो बेस्ड क्वेश्चन भी नहीं कर पाए. रियल वर्ल्ड में जो प्रॉब्लम्स आती है क्यूए डेवलपर वर्किंग की, वो भी नहीं बता पाए. इवन दो एक भी चीज़ में आप सही से नहीं बता पाए, ठीक है ना. सो बहुत बिलो एवरेज है, प्रखर से भी थोड़ा सा डाउन इंटरव्यू गया आपका, ठीक है. सो मेक श्योर दैट यू हैव वर्क ऑन योर वीकनेस, ठीक है. बाकी रियल वर्ल्ड सिनेरियोज को कैसे हैंडल करना है आगे एक क्लास में मैं आपको बताऊंगा, ठीक है. थैंक यू.
Thank you, sir.